that time of year again when we all get our Christmas annuals, and as normal I've ordered a book from Vistaprint to show my work for the year. These three are previous years and the new one is this one. So I thought I'd share it with you. And on the first page, as with the calendars, is Yawn, my beautiful big lion. And then here we've got some that were done right at the tail end of 2017 going into 2018. These were miniatures that I revisited for a client who's bought quite a few of my flower paintings. She lives in Florida. So these ones are a tiny bit smaller in real life, but it's the second time I've done these. And then we've got the two wolves. Autumnal Wolf, which is relatively small, about 6 by 8, and the Dawn Sentinel, which is a lot bigger, 16 by 20. They were taken at the Wolf Sanctuary, which now is unfortunately closed, which, yeah, it's a shame. So I would like to have gone to get more photos of those. The day that I went with another artist friend, Lisa Ann Watkins of Animal Art by Law, and the wolves were very sleepy that day. So it was interesting to get any of them stood up and walking about. And this page we've got Luna, age 6. I'd already drawn a picture of her as a puppy and I wanted to do her again in a similar pose as an adult. So I quite like doing that one. And Nixon here was a Christmas commission. He's only a small one, he was only a 6 by 8. I love drawing black dogs. You find so many colours in their fur. There's so much more interesting than other colours to do. I find so much more interesting to do. Well, as you know, with my work with some of my big cats, I do like the darker shades. And then I wanted to do close-ups. I took a couple of photographs of my pets when I had my new camera, just to try it out. And I was just amazed by so much emotion in the animals' eyes, and how these two simple snapshots just seem to capture their atmosphere quite quickly, and the difference between my two pets. I mean, this is Scrunchy looking happy, believe it or not, but she still looks menacing, whereas Luna, she can't help herself. She looks soft and just loving and sort of so dopey. The difference was astounding. I wanted to draw them. Those are both 6 by 8s and they hang up in my art room now. I'm really pleased with those, how those worked out, just from a simple, just a simple snapshot. But it is important to get the details in. Yeah. Now this page is a bit of a mismatch because we're going to wild animals now. The damp squirrel was a quick pastel piece, quite sweet and innocent, bless him. And on the opposite side we've got a puma. Unfortunately, sometimes with these books it happens like that. And that's the Queen of Appalachia. The next page, a popular gotcha, gorgeous little cat. She isn't as young as she looks there. She's actually a full grown cat, and she just looks so sweet and innocent in the tree. And it looked like she'd caught something, and I just thought, yeah, we'll capture that shot, and that needs to be drawn up. She hadn't actually caught anything. I'll ruin the surprise for you. There was a piece of meat somewhere down here that she'd missed, that she was trying to find. But it just was such an interesting way, the way she was looking and studying to see what was under her paw, to see if she had actually caught anything. And then Griffin was actually in his, hush Luna, Griffin was actually in his enclosure, and he was looking, I think it was at a butterfly or a moth that was caught up in there, but the light was gorgeous on him and he just looked so beautiful. So Luna's having a bit of a grumble in the background. She's obviously heard some noise. But yeah, Griffin was so beautiful. I thought, right, that's another nice one to do. Yeah, very pretty cat. And then the two black jaguars. Athena Emerging. Well, that was the one that really rocked it for me this year. Last year. She won the David Shepherd Award at the Twazy event last May. And I was absolutely thrilled to bits. I couldn't have had a better time of it. Met Polly Allen Pickering's daughter, and yeah, thrilled to bits with the response for her. She was absolutely a wonderful cat to see. Very menacing, and she just prowled around the entire time. When I took the photo of her, she was actually in a sunlit enclosure with green grass, and I thought, no, she's got to be done nice and dark. And yeah, so that's why I did her as with a black background. And yeah, very, very pleased with how she turned out. And then Maya and the waterfall. And Maya is a totally different cat. She's much more amenable. She'll wander around. She doesn't mind people. Again, with the beautiful markings. And yeah, chalk and cheese, but both gorgeous cats. And then here, Puna the tiger. I love drawing her face, absolutely gorgeous, drawing all these whiskers, really nice. The background took on a couple of different, yeah, the background was very busy at one stage because she was actually in an enclosure which had leaves and orange flowers behind her, so it was quite busy, but I thought that would work, but no, it did look far too busy, so I had to clean it all off and start again. And I went for a much more subtle one, and I think that that's made her face come out a bit more than on the original. So yeah, and then Too Close again. I mean, his beautiful whiskers. He was gorgeous. I took the reference photo for this shot just a split second before he actually was pounced up right at me at the cage front. Yeah, I nearly landed on my backside, but fortunately I didn't. Yeah, I've never known that they could move that quick. I knew they could move quickly, but it was a complete shock how fast he could move. That was Tari. Yeah, wonderful. And then here are two of Laila. Caught in Laila's Gaze is a relatively smaller one done in pastels. And then Watchful is Laila again, but that's the 16 by 20, also done in pastels. Both of these pieces have been sold. She's beautiful. She's a star to photograph. She just wanders around and she's just a happy, placid cat, and yeah, a lovely, beautiful cat to see. And then we have Kaleidoscope, which you may remember from earlier on last year. The last gem I've drawn. I love my gems. I love drawing them, but yeah, I haven't drawn any for a little while, so we'll see. We'll see if some more come up eventually. That one I liked again because it was dark and because of the multicolours. It was fun to do with all the blending at the bottom. And then Flamboyant was the last one I did of 2018. I fancied doing a flower since I hadn't done one for a while, and I love roses. And this one was one from my garden, but my garden one isn't anywhere near as beautiful and bright as this one, and brightly coloured. I did tweak the colours quite a bit to suit the picture. I'm glad I did. Mine's a lot more subtle than that in my garden. I'd love to have flowers this colour. Yeah, so I very enjoyed doing that one a lot. And then we have the two robins, Bar Humbug, which was more of a quicker, light-hearted one. He was such a grumpy looking little robin when I was taking his photos, and I just wanted to capture his face and his attitude, whereas the other one is more of a classic robin redbreast, sat on a gravestone with a little bit of snow in the background. I don't believe it was snowing that day, but hey ho, you know, you can add snow if you want to. Yeah, and the stone's fun to do. I like going in the cemetery to see the different patterns you can get on the stone. And then last of all, we have Arthur. When I went to Cobb House Farm in Worcester and saw the reindeer, and I think he was the most beautiful. He had gorgeous light fur and the sunlight caught it so nicely. Yeah, very nice to meet Arthur. So, and that's it. That's my 2018 annual. I hope you enjoyed the review. The other ones are available on my Facebook page and on my YouTube channel as well, so you can always have a leaf through those videos as well if you'd like. Also on my website. I always forget my website. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye for now.